was supposed to be a simple documentary project. Just a record of old, abandoned houses across rural America. Places people forgot. Places nature tried to reclaim. But I found one house that should have stayed forgotten. They call it the Hollow House. Nobody built it. Nobody bought it. It was just there. Some say it crawled out of the earth, and after what I saw, I believe them. The road was empty for miles. No lights, no gas stations, just tall, dry grass scraping against the car windows. My GPS died 10 minutes before I reached the place. When the house first appeared, I thought the fog was playing tricks on me. The structure leaned slightly to the left, as if the ground beneath it shifted while it slept. Every window was pitch black. Every door was crooked, and the air felt wrong. I stepped out of the car, flashlight trembling in my hand. The silence was thick, as if the world was holding its breath. The front door groaned like something alive as I pushed it open. The smell hit me instantly: wet wood, iron, and something sweet. Too sweet. The living room was cold, unnaturally cold. My breath fogged even though it was warm outside. Family photos hung along the hallway wall, but every face was scratched out. Deep claw marks, like someone wanted to erase them from existence. Something moved above me, a slow, dragging step. I called out, "Hello? Anyone here?" No answer, just a small giggle, a child's giggle, right behind me. When I spun around, nobody. I followed the sound upstairs, each step groaning under my weight. A soft light leaked from a door at the end of the hallway. The child's room. Inside, the wallpaper peeled like dead skin. Toys were scattered across the floor. Tiny wooden blocks, stuffed animals with missing eyes, a rocking horse that swayed slightly even though the air was still. A music box rested on the bed. It slowly opened by itself. The lullaby began to play, high-pitched, uneven, broken. I whispered, "Hello? Are you in here?" Then the closet door creaked open. Inside were tiny handprints, smeared in something dark. Something stepped out, a child's shadow, small, still, watching. But there was no child casting it, just shadow. It tilted its head, the darkness twisted. "Play with me," it whispered. The voice scraped like metal. I ran down the stairs, down into the basement, trying to find the exit, but the front door was gone. In its place was a staircase leading down into the basement. I didn't want to go. Every instinct screamed to run, but I heard it again, the child's giggle, behind me, closer. I took a breath and stepped down into the dark. The basement walls pulsed as if breathing. The floor was covered in dirt, freshly turned. In the center lay a small mound, a grave. When I knelt down, the dirt shifted. A tiny hand shot out and grabbed my wrist. Cold, so cold. A voice whispered from beneath the earth, "You shouldn't be here." I stumbled back as the mound collapsed inward. A small skeleton, no bigger than a toddler's, slowly surfaced, but its skull was wrong. The jaw too wide, the teeth too sharp, black veins spread from the eye sockets. A small dress clung to the bones. As I lifted it, I saw something carved in the fabric. The first. Behind me, a voice whispered, "More upstairs." I turned, nobody, but footsteps creaked above. Dozens of footsteps, small, uneven, skittering. When I reached the second floor again, every door was open. Inside each room, a shadow child stood. Dozens of them, their heads tilted, their limbs too long, their bodies twitching like broken puppets. One stepped forward, "You came looking for us." Another whispered, "We were the ones who called you." A third, "The house likes you." My flashlight flickered. Something massive moved in the hallway behind them. A shape tall enough to scrape the ceiling. The shadow children whispered in unison, "Mother's awake." The floorboards cracked. A towering figure unfolded itself from the darkness. Thin, bent, limbs like branches, a face like a cracked porcelain mask, hollow eye sockets dripping black tar. The children clung to her legs. She lifted her head toward me. "Another child," she croaked, "for the hollow." Then she lunged. I ran through hallways that twisted into places that didn't exist. Doors appeared, then vanished. Windows showed things that weren't outside. I heard her crawling behind me, fast, too fast. Her bones cracked with every movement. The children giggled. I finally found a door, a normal-looking door. I threw it open and burst into daylight. I didn't stop running, didn't look back, didn't breathe until the house was far behind me. When I finally turned around, the house was gone. Just an empty field. I tried to report it. Nobody believed me. They never do. But last night, I received a package. Inside was a small music box. The same lullaby, the same broken tune, and a note. "You left too early. Mother's still hungry." The music box started playing by itself. A child's giggle echoed from my hallway. And now, I think they've found my house too. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. The music box kept playing long after I smashed it. Even after it was in pieces, the melody still hummed through the walls of my house, like something alive was crawling through the pipes, breathing. I tried to convince myself none of it was real, that the house didn't exist anymore, that the children weren't real. But at 3:12 a.m., I heard footsteps in my hallway. Small, barefoot, dragging like they were made of paper. I froze. The footsteps stopped outside my bedroom door. A soft giggle slid under the crack, the same giggle from the hollow house basement. And then a whisper, "We found you." I grabbed my phone. The screen lit up. Every photo in my gallery, every single one, had changed. No landscapes, no friends, no memories. Just photos of me sleeping. Dozens of them. Different nights, different angles, all taken from inside my bedroom door. And in every picture, a small shadow stood behind me, watching, waiting.
Then the lights flickered, the floorboards creaked. Something moved in the corner of my room. A small silhouette, a child-sized shape. I whispered, "What do you want?" The shadow tilted its head. "Mother wants you back." I didn't think. I just ran, out the door, down the street, barefoot, half asleep, half insane. But as I reached the road, my house doors slammed shut behind me. I looked up. A figure stood in the window, tall, bent, face cracked like porcelain. "Mother." She lifted a long, crooked finger and pointed at me. The streetlight above me exploded, glass rained down, and behind me, dozens of tiny footsteps began running on the pavement, fast, too fast. I didn't turn around. I just ran until the sky turned gray with sunrise. But when I stopped, I realized something horrifying. This wasn't my town. These weren't my streets. Every house looked wrong, stretched, twisted, hollow. And then I saw it. At the end of the empty road, the hollow house. Standing there, waiting for me. A voice whispered from everywhere and nowhere, "You can leave the house, but the house never leaves you." The front door creaked open, slowly, inviting. The children stepped out one by one, lining the yard. Their shadows stretched unnaturally long across the dead grass. Mother crouched in the doorway, her limbs cracking as she unfolded. "Come home," she hissed. "We've been waiting." I took a step back, but the ground beneath me softened. Like mud, like hands were pulling me down. Tiny fingers wrapped around my ankles. The children giggled in unison. Mother's voice roared across the field, "He is ours." The world twisted, the sky darkened, and the hollow house opened its mouth. Then everything went black.